Hello everyone, welcome back to Bob's Death Simulator and Raptor Hugger. Um, just gonna see what's going on here. There's the site of my most recent death. I'm enjoying this wonderful shadow anomaly here. I might have to cancel out of this or probably just go ahead and die. That might be the quickest way to do it. Well, let's take a look at our map here. Alright, that seems good enough. Let's go this way and see if we can, how far we can make it this time. One thing I was curious about is it didn't seem that the days were going by particularly quickly, and I don't think I've changed anything. In fact, I actually reset all the settings, and the only thing that I've done with this different from the complete bland setup of the game straight out of the box is to put the difficulty up to 5 from 0.2. All that difficulty does is make it so that the dinos are higher level. And while that does seem like a dangerous thing, it actually makes sure that when you do get to tame things, they end up also being higher level as well. It also means that that little bug is higher level as well. Oh, and that too. Well, that was fantastic. Maybe we'll get a better spawn this time. Like 112 there. That level 112 is only accessible at setting the difficulty above at least 2 or 3. If you set the difficulty to default, I think the highest level will be 30. But it also means that your dinos aren't very good when you finally tame them. So you really kind of want decent dinos for that. So it's worth the considerable annoyance that we've had so far. Okay, this is a great location. Despite those raptors being there in the distance. Come on, why can't I grab anything? Just want to get a little bit of food. Who's that there? Nobody important. Okay. This is one of the little water bugs. I'll let him accumulate more. They actually will accumulate more water, and their butts will get bigger all the time. He's only got a medium-sized butt. I don't need any water because I'm freshly spawned in, but they do become pretty handy pretty quickly. Seriously, just let me get over there, please. See if anybody is actually in my way. That's just a stuck bug. That's a bug. Lots of bugs in the area. Actually, that is fairly good luck. Alright, enough dilly-dallying. That's bad. But one thing you can do is draw them into a different area. So if he attacks me, he didn't see me. Actually wanted to draw him away from here, so the next time I'm back here, he's in a slightly different area. But Mr. Wolf seems to be... it's not really clear where he's trying to go, but he actually looked like he was trying to get somewhere. Yep, there he is. I would really like to get over here. This spot right here is also not the worst. It's just a little less accessible. So there's just a anklo there and a bunch of bugs. I think I can get down here without hurting myself too badly. Okay, that was not exactly accurate, but I'm sure I'll recover. That was like half my health. Well done. What I do need, though, is Joshua trees for wood. I don't remember if my deaths from previously were particularly useful in terms of wood collection. I don't see any wood there. Let's just transfer all this stuff at the bottom, and I'll leave Mr. Dead there. I have weapons. These are useful. That is extremely useful. Okay. There's also a bag over there which might have things in it, but that's also fairly close to that doggy. So I'm getting thatch and sap from these guys. The sap actually gets me water. So that is actually a key source of water, is these cactuses early on. This is a fairly well defendable area, which is why I like it. There's pretty tall cliffs, nothing can get up them over here. There's a walkway over there. You can see there's raptors down there, which is actually really good because you want to be collecting those raptors and taming them for later on in the game, and not a whole lot later on in the game. I need wood, however, and I don't have any. Let's get rid of all this junk. I'll keep that. Yeah, none of this is wood. Hey, I've got pants. Fantastic. I actually have hide, which is pretty important. Oh, I don't know if I should put any on stealth. I'm sorry, on health. I should just put some on. Okay, so this answers my question about how long the day was lasting. We're finally at the end of the day. I need wood. So, closest areas for wood is there's Joshua trees down there. There's some right there. There's nobody in the way. Alright, so this is how you get down and up here. It's a nice little path. It's not really well hidden, but as long as there's a number of herbivores in the area to protect you from the carnivores, you should be in good shape. This is where I'll get some wood. The raptors don't have a super huge detection range, and if you're fast enough, you can get back up the slope. And the AI in these games is not particularly good, so they don't chase you in a particularly clever way. They kind of run straight at you, and they rarely find their way up around the side of a mountain or a hill like this. One of the annoying things in game, which can happen from time to time, is spawns can happen at any point, and they can means when you leave an area and come back, if it's decided it hasn't spawned anything there in a while, they'll spawn something new. And in this area you can get raptors, so sticking close by this particular location is not so bad, to try to make sure that you don't get hit with too many raptors. Alright, how big to make the thing? I think I'm going to start just with the single. Hey, 2 walls, better than nothing. I usually like to get something bigger than this, but hey, you know, I'm going to take what I can get. And I don't really know where I want to build, but I'm just going to... I know that here is a fairly flat area. I built a fairly large animal shelter there at one point, so I think I'll maybe build the house here, overlooking this fine valley, which happens to have quite a decent view of the area. Alright, so let's do this. So that's not particularly good for viewing, but they allow you to change your gamma in the game, so I always do it. It's one of the best cheats in the game. Suppose you could call it a cheat if you really want to, but it's not much of one. Something's going on over there. Whenever you see herbivores going running around kind of crazy, that just means there's some raptors over there eating up some. They may follow this guy out here, and I sure don't want them to follow me here, because I really... Oh, bad news. Bad news. He's only level 24, but he's totally going to get me. Oh well, it was worth the effort. Hey, we started building something. That's a start. I needed those that wood though. Let's see. Oh, I'm pretty far away. Little spiky pokes here are fairly far away from where I need to go. Looks like a little bit of pigs are fighting there. Those pigs are real. Oh, hey, look, a bug. Those pigs are pretty dangerous. You don't want to mess with them because they heal themselves very well. So it's good to get a bead on your landmarks. It does all kind of look the same. I happen to know my way around this area of the map pretty well. The problem is I don't like immediately know the safest way to get around. And even if I'm avoiding that stupid little thief right there that was in screen before, he can still do damage. He's still annoying. He's fairly fast and can run. If you see one of these guys, he's not fighting anything. That means that, well, at least there's nothing much in the area. Little idiot's probably still chasing me. They don't give up very easily. You can see where I died over there. I'm back about where I want to be. Not really sure where that dog is that was over there, but he's not attacking the, their name begins with M, but basically the Scorched Earth camels. I should probably stick my nose up against one of them again. Moss chops? No, not moss chops. Those are different. I'm asking for it by doing this, but I want to know the name. I just don't remember. Morellatov. See, it was with an M. I told you. They're the camels. So let's see. Everybody seems pretty okay here. There's one of the water bugs that's now quite a bit filled up. Let's see if we can get back here. So the raptor luckily isn't right next to my house. He's below it, which is where I died. So there's another bug. Fantastic. If that raptor has moved on to chasing something else, that would be great because I can grab the spear and hopefully kill that bug if he is still chasing me. Where's Raptor? Oh, he can't be around because that little guy right there. Oh, he killed the raptor too. Transfer all. Let's get the stupid bug. One. I can't see what level is. Oh, that's good. Okay. Not bad. When you grab stuff from your dead self or somewhere else, it will put it right back into your hotkey slots, which is what I was using there. So I could go right to hotkey 1 because I just set that up, and that makes things very handy. All right, this is great. Sometimes raptors have stuff in their body. This one doesn't. It'll light up with a little E there, so you can hit E on the keyboard to get it. But that was good because that also got me a bunch of hide. You don't get hide from these losers here. You just get to chop them up and get some food from them. Some meat that you can eventually use. You can see the supply drops here. I don't remember what level I am. I might have enough to get the green supply drops finally. The red ones are the best, but you need to be about level 65, maybe 75 for that. Get some more meat. Oh, this is all the useless stuff. You can just hit O to eject it, and then they'll despawn in 2 minutes, whereas that package there, when you die, that'll despawn in 2.5 hours. So you have quite a bit of time to get back, and for some pretty valuable things, I spent all 2.5 hours sometimes going back and making sure I can get those pieces again. All right. Got all of our stuff. I don't think starving. No, that's what all the berries are for. So each berry eaten will replace one of your food. So if you're down, you start with that 100 food default. So those guys, I want them to go chase somebody who's not. Okay, so I'm too cold now. I need to make clothes. This is less than ideal. This will provide me with some protection. I don't think it'll provide me with enough. No, didn't think so. All right, let's make some clothes. I don't have any others from. Great, I have. Oops, pants. Just eat. Let's grab a shirt. Grab a hat. And I never even chose to get the gloves and boots because I didn't know if I'd get enough hide, but in fact I do have quite a bit. So let's do shoes, which require hide, and gloves. I said hat, but I meant gloves. Where's gloves? Did I not see them? I didn't see them. Come on, transfer these over, you idiot. Go faster. Transfer. Oops. I just ate some meat. That wasn't the smart thing to do. All right, I'm actually in okay. That didn't help. Oh, I have a bunch of wood. Oh my goodness, what a fool. Let's make the walls. What do I not have? I don't have thatch. Let's just collect it. I can get thatch from cactus. What's the nearest cactus? At the very least, oh my goodness, I can't jump. So you can't jump when you're hurt as well. Yeah, I'm dead on this one. That was a bit of poor planning. Well, I may at least make them here as soon as I can. Oh, take a look. I just got warm enough because the ice cube turned into just a little ice star there, and that means that I can recover health from the ice star. So wherever I'm at is a slightly warmer area than over there, and it's enough to make a difference. Also going to eat because that will also replace health. And then I will craft. Let's do 2 more walls. One of these, and then what do I need for the roof? I'm probably going to have not enough thatch again. Okay, and this is of course going to be water too, which is nice. Oops. Let's get ourselves a roof, craft 1. All right, you walk slowly when you're crafting, but you're still walking, so you might as well do it. I'm just going to have this ready for when I'm over here, and my horrible tiny little house will be ready to go. I didn't need that many walls. Well, I've got one waiting for next time. Let's get door, roof, right, doorway and roof. So 3. And sometimes this just does not place unless you're outside. There we go. That will probably be safe enough for health things. Okay, so I just need to watch how cold I get during the day and warm during the night. Okay. Based on how the spawns have gone here, I should probably at least get a sleeping bag, if not a full-blown bed. That is not something I usually do. Totally not what I do early game. Instead, what I really want to do is get some more. I'm going to make this house a little bigger to make it more useful. As long as nothing horrible spawns in this area or wanders up, which of course can happen, should be all right. You shouldn't kill large herbivores or any herbivores near where you live because they totally protect you by absorbing all of the carnivores who are in the area. So these extra large cactuses give you wood, so you can see, which is absolutely what I want to make sure I need to do. Generally speaking, you'll hear people also try or suggest to cut everything down because it allows it to spawn back in again, and that's definitely a good idea. Stuff that's too close to your house will not spawn in again, but that's, I believe, 12 foundation sizes away from your house, and this is all far enough away, so we're pretty good. And what I'm doing right now is just getting enough thatch to make the house quite a bit bigger. We can start doing actually useful things. I really wish that guy would stay farther away so that, again, he can absorb the wonderful... I'm sure that's not hovering. No. That's just normal for ARK. So he can absorb all of the bad guys that come along. All right, let's get back to where the house is. I think I went down one step too far. All right, so let's build something bigger. Nice thing about building is, let's toss a little more into weight, and I definitely start looking at other. This is actually surprisingly bad, and I've played this. Hold on a second, so I can grab all these. So this is why I'm used to actually having more stones to grab because I usually build in this area. I've just never spawned so frequently that far away from this area. I've played this on this computer a number of times, and I don't remember the map having this many problems. I mean, it is ARK, well known for lots of errors and bugs and things like that, but this is actually even worse than I'm remembering it. All right, let's put these down. Hey, that'll come in handy. Let's not do that just yet. Let's clear this out of the way. It's all resources. This definitely, of course, won't spawn back in. But let's just get them out of the way, because we'll be expanding to that area in quite a bit. All right, boom, boom. All right. The funny thing about it is I like to at least start with a 2x3 at the beginning of the game, so we'll probably just keep collecting things until we get to that size. Yes, let's do that right now. 2 more of these. And then we can put a box down and put things in it, and then we don't have much of a risk of despawn. Now, you do have risk of despawn because, of course, these are very easy for other dinos to damage. So we're going to want to get these up to something a little more durable. Now, generally what you do in the game is put down stone, which is very durable, or wood. Problem is that wood is hot on this map. If you sit inside something that's wood, you'll actually heat up. And as you notice, we died a whole lot from all of those weather-induced deaths we had before. So it's actually not good to build it with wood, or especially stone here, or metal. You can line it with adobe, which is what we'll eventually want to use, but you don't want to build with that early on because your house will basically be unlivable during the day. You can line it with this, I think, and make it more durable, so you can actually make the outside walls to be stone and then the inside walls to be thatch, but I basically try not to invite too many dinos over to my house, and that way they don't destroy the place. Let's go ahead and put up the rest of our walls. I actually don't like low walls either. So, unfortunately, that means that I really want my high walls above these as well, so we're going to have to grab a bunch more resources. I'm not going to destroy this until I'm ready to remove it, because we're basically finished with everything else, because I need a safe house in case it gets too hot. Especially if we get to something like that, I will probably just cut or stop the video, because it will be quite boring of me waiting inside for something to happen. Still could be good, because you can still make little sorties outside until you run out of health because it's gotten too hot outside. I'm kind of hoping some of the more interesting weather events happen here. There are a couple of different weather events that happen on this map, which you don't get on any other maps, which is kind of fun. So I'm hoping that one of these days we'll get that. All right, what do I need? Do I need more wood? Why can't I? I need flint. Oh, have I done something stupid? Oh, I have. I need a pick. That's alright. You can make a pick without flint. Alright, that's good. I have done something stupid, which is just haven't made a point of making enough. There we go. Haven't made a point of making enough tools so that I can actually replenish what I don't have. So there's the flint. Yeah, I can fix that now. Getting a little heavy as well. Because my weight stat there at the bottom right is a little too high. So, it's a good thing we leveled up, eh? Definitely want speed after a while. I use that a lot. Frankly, I'm going to start putting some stuff into speed. All right, let's see what we need. Going to need this for and narcotic is all for taking care of taming. We absolutely will need clay because that's what we make the. We will eventually make all of our adobe walls from that clay. Let's go ahead and finish this out before we start throwing some. Come on. Before we start throwing all of our levels in there, let's finish our house up. Our very simple box, 2x3 box with a couple of boxes inside for storage. Okay, what do we have? I need. Just going to keep the one door. I need 2 more walls plus then a whole second row. So all of these. I think because I can't get out yet, I'm going to just do that. Okay. Because I have this down. Okay, how do I usually like to do this? Let's see. Speaking of, getting our engrams. So as you get a new level, I haven't really gone into this much, but you get options to unlock. You cannot unlock everything. You don't have enough for all of that. I'm going to go, even though the bed requires 40 hide, which I'm not going to have for a while, maybe I won't do the bed yet. But you need to unlock the sleeping bag for the bed anyway, so we should do that. That's still 25 hide, frankly. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to spend the 40 hide on the bed, because the sleeping bag gets used once and it's gone. The bed's permanent until your house gets damaged and they get in there. All right, so what's really useful for doing things? Bola. That will tangle up and hold still for 30 seconds small to medium-sized animals. And the parasaur is the biggest thing, but the key one that the bola will hide, will hold, is the raptor, and that's what we want it for. We'll almost certainly want the parasaur saddle, but I'll just get that when I get it. Bow, yes, and arrow we need. Still have a bunch left. We don't need any wooden anything, but we'll probably need to unlock them on the way to the adobe setup, but we don't need to worry about the adobe stuff too much. All right, so we're up to 14 here. I'm not going to get a packy. Like cementing paste you will need for lots of things, and the wooden ladder, but I don't find these to be useful on this map. I don't use the cooking pot for quite a while. We're not going to get crystal particularly soon because there's not any that's real close by. We'll just get the spark powder because we're going to need that for the little cheapy fridge, which is... This is what I was waiting for, is the box to hold stuff. I guess we'll just use the little box then. Okay, so we have a storage box. We should probably make one of those just to get all this stuff put in somewhere. Oh, we have no wood. And I took down that tree. Let's go have a look at those Joshua trees. Is there another tree in the area? There's one over there, but it's pretty far away. Let's see if the Joshua trees are available. Kangaroo, that guy, Dodecarus, which we will definitely be getting. Actually, let's see what level that one is. I mean, he'll probably despawn by the time I need it, but let's take a look. And then we'll harvest these trees. Where are you? You're here. Hello? 16. That's not great. But you don't need tons, so the higher level ones will be able to carry more, and they will also harvest more per stone that you hit with them. So the levels are pretty useful. You don't really run out of too much adobe here, but frankly, the farther you have to go, the more dangerous it is. So if you can just grab more adobe from stone that's closer by your house, it's probably not the worst way to do it. All right, I am pretty heavy now, which is dangerous in case somebody walks up and wants to hug me. I don't need that. Oh, by the way, let's go back to non-cheaty view. And while we're walking, let's go ahead and make the rest of our one, huh? Okay, that wasn't smart. I need more thatch. Well, cost one. Tends to be in most thatch, so that is pick against cactus. We will go to you. So you get almost all thatch when you use a pick on a cactus. You don't even get much cactus sap. You will get no. And then if you use the then the axe here on the cactus, you get mostly cactus sap with the less of the stuff I was just talking about, with less of the thatch. All right, let's go ahead and get a couple more of these. I don't remember how many I needed. I'll just make 2 more. And I know I'm going to need 6 of these, so I'll just do 4. So generally the weight of those things is lighter than the weight of the materials. So if you can build something before you get somewhere, that should lighten your load. Frankly, I just don't remember in this case. And when your load is kind of heavy, frequently it's also from things like berries. The berries really do add up. Let's see, what's stone? Oh, it's all this stuff. I need to get rid of that. That stuff is heavy, and this isn't helping me. I am quite laden, so didn't plan this too well. This will be very exciting traveling through here. You can't jump on anything, so you can't really take any good shortcuts. Hey, look, there's a cactus real close by. Luckily, not much runs up around here, as long as you haven't been too far away. I should probably have this out just in case, not that it's going to make a difference. It's a single spear. I hope I can walk up this. Oh, that's good. And in fact, I will build this from the outside. So as soon as I can get rid of this stuff, I will do it. And then I still haven't got, I might have to dump, I have to think about that. I might have to dump the stone and the sand. You can get it later. It's just not that much of it that you need. Just want this to go on the right way. It is. How do I need that? Okay, let's get rid of this then. It's time to take this thing down. I need to do it from the inside, because the roof's got to go first. Oops. You get half of your resources back when you do things like that. So that's why it's not the most efficient way to do things, obviously, but it's not horrible. And one of the nice things in the game is, so let's see, we've got 4 here. Let's just put these back on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Believe this is already a halfway decent microclimate. I need 1, 2, 3, and 2 ceilings. All right, what can we get rid of? These are adding up. These are all adding up. Ugh. So drop is O. Let's just drop, 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 drop. And let's go run and get ourselves some Joshua tree. What do I need? I need wood. Do I need more thatch? What am I short of, actually? It's actually thatch, though we need wood too. All right. 3. Come on, let's get the right one. So thatch. It's probably going to be enough. luckily that isn't too heavy, but what we really need is that wood. Let's see if we can get that. Come on. Oh, some of these, they just don't grab the... Is anybody coming? Nope. Thing is, I'd like to get enough wood for the box. In fact, I'd kind of rather build the box right now and get back to the other stuff in a bit. Just watching my weight here. Weight stat isn't going up too bad. It's probably enough. What have I got? Alright, let's go back. Can't run too fast until we're done crafting it, and then you can run. Guess they're trying to be realistic there. And we shall see if that stuff has despawned yet. It's not super valuable, but why waste it if you don't have to? Hey, there we go. And I can still move somehow. Alright, so generally my planning is I'll put mortar and pestle there, maybe another one here, put the furnace here, put the refrigerators here, and then along the back goes the storage. So what I'll probably do is start the storage here and then extend it that way. So the little box will then go here, because I'm only going to use the little box right at the beginning. When we get to large storage, they'll go up in their regular locations. Doesn't really matter about saving space. Let's get rid of all this heavy stuff. Also, this is real valuable, so that's definitely going in there. I will use it at some point. Goodbye, bye, bye. You all can go in there too. I really should probably make... And then there's stuff that I don't need. Like these don't take any weight, so there's no point in putting them in there because they take up a spot. I'm not going to plant any seeds. I'm just not going to need these anytime soon. Still want those because I have to build some stuff with it. These seeds are... Oh, these are useless. That's very useful, even though they're not very heavy. I could probably 0.0. That's nice. I'd rather not lose them, so maybe I'll put... Oop, wrong button. It's or whatever. There we go. I'll put the chitin in there. So, note to general users: just don't throw the stuff in here immediately. All right, the rest of this. Last four things can go, and I'll just dump them outside because you'll just get them again. There's no point in even having them take up any space in your inventory. I don't even really want those raptor skins, but sorry, parasaur skins. But you know what? Again, they're not too distracting, so I'll just go ahead and keep them around for now. All right, so I needed 2 more walls, 3 more walls, and then 2 ceilings. Oh, I guess we were done. Everything you do gets you extra experience. Especially crafting things. In fact, one of the ways to level up when you really need to just sort of finish the level up is just craft some of these things, craft walls or ceilings. I forget which one gets you the most. But yeah, that's actually a really good recommendation when you're just trying to get more levels, because it's easy to get the resources for these things, and crafting, it's pretty quick. You get a reasonable amount of experience from it. Speed is what we were going for. Let's see if we got anything decent that's new. So here's all our Adobe stuff. So you can see what it takes: fiber thatch wood, but it's that clay, and the clay is half cactus sap and half sand. Yeah, it's half sand. You can get it from chopping it yourself, or you can tame a Dodecurus to do it for you. The problem is saddle for Doedicurus. It doesn't tell you, but of course, if you know what you're searching for, it does show up. Level 34. I am levels, what, 12 or 14 or some funny business. 15. It's going to be a while before I can get that. You can still tame one, have it follow you around, and then put it on wander, and it'll bash all the local rocks for you, and you can collect from it. It's kind of a pain. So we'll see what we choose to do on this one. All right, let's finish up this house. Oh, look at that. How nice. I now have a reasonable space to start doing things in. All right, did I need to dump anything else here? Probably not. So this is pretty good. I think now that we've got a reasonable spot in a reasonable space, I did want a, let me see, yeah, maybe I'll split it. So I did want to get a little more, I want a bed. And I need more of this because we needed 40. The bola costs this hide, but you get it back. So I need to kill a couple of small things and get some hide from them, and then we will get going with bed. So then I'll actually have a real base of operations because I still die, and I've got to find my way back here. And as you can see, it's a little easier now, but it hasn't been as easy. Kangaroos are surprisingly high. They have a lot of health, so they're not worth taking out for hide. Generally speaking, you want a parasaur for that, though frankly, a parasaur is also what you just want for resource gathering or carrying. And that comes in real handy when trying to move this heavy stone around. What do we have in here? I forgot. It's been sitting here for a while. Nothing. Do I want any of these skins? I'll take this because they're funny. A raptor one, and I don't think I like using any of these other ones. So we'll just, oh no, I do like this one. And then we'll get rid of the rest. So that's gone. Yes, there are a bunch more of these sitting around somewhere else in this place, but I'm not too worried about them. I don't think I recovered or collected enough resources to make it matter. This I think is one of my earlier deaths. No, actually it's a later one. Oh, poop, I can't give that up. Oh, wood. Actually this one's okay. And the rest of this is junk. You don't want those laying around because when some animals kill other animals, they will actually leave some resources behind. And you don't want to confuse your useless one with actually a set of animal resources, which might be good. Right, time to get some wood. This is just useful for general building. And so let's see, I forget what's better for this. Sand, not getting a ton of sand, I'm getting too much stone. So if I use this, I get flint, but like no sand. Ugh. None of those is very good, but this one is better at least for getting the sand for adobe stuff. Oh, that could be good. All right, so that is a drop. It's one I can open because it's low level. It's a multicolor. That supply is also a ring. It's got a ring around it. Looks like Saturn. Those are the good ones. All right, that's our target. Let's see if we can get there and not be dead. I do want to find a parasaur either for actual resources, so I can tame it, or possibly for, let's see, get all the heavy stuff out. I want these things. I need more of the, I have two. Should I get another spear? I need more wood for that. I will transfer. I'll make one more spear. I kind of like having 3 of those around. It's not worth it. If I lose it, I lose it. Doesn't matter. If I die, I'm going to get new ones. What am I even concerning myself with? All right. Close the door just in case. Don't want anybody wandering in. All right. So that's a fairly safe area. We'll wait for it to come down. You can see there's like a little smudgy spot right there in the center, right at the bottom of my axe head there. That's a water source. I can go there and drink. It will replenish pretty quickly, but what you want to do is you want to build a well there. In fact, these drops very frequently will drop. They'll drop an entire well. You might think, how could that possibly be? Yeah, so might I. Yet it will. They will definitely do that. So there'll be raptors here. One of the best thing about this area is these cliffs. They can't get up. They're not smart enough to run around usually. So it's a pretty decent area to tame almost any kind of animal. If you've got, especially once you get the crossbow, because I'm not really very good with just the regular bow, but once you get the crossbow, it's very easy to just sit here, ping animals until with your tranquilizer arrows, and then tame them up. And, you know, maybe we'll get there. You've probably seen taming from other places. Let's, excuse me. Instead of drinking from your butt, I will drink from there. Actually, you'll notice it didn't even use it up. All right. Now, there's no reason to think anything is safe here. So there is a raptor over there. Looks like it might even be a tech raptor. There's a raptor right there. See if we can get in here. I'm not giving myself too big of a chance to do this, but the biggest thing I'll lose is the bola. So there are quite a number of herbivores here who are unconcerned. Wow. I'll transfer everything. I'm not even going to think about it. Okay, I'm a little laden. That's less good, but I did notice that one of those was a sleeping bag, which is perfect. Good thing about this sleeping bag is that I think you can place it anywhere. I don't know if you actually need it to go on a platform like what we built our house on, or if you can just throw it down on the ground. I would really like to have it in the house, though. Doesn't look like anything spawned here, but we definitely went far enough away from the house to where we might have a spawn. So right now we're pretty lucky in this area with only some herbivores, but by the time we get back up there, could be anybody. Probably should travel with that out then. So I used up all my energy. It's replenishing down there at the bottom right, the little lightning bolt, and as soon as I get reasonably high, I will start running again, such as I can run with this much weight. This is exactly where I'd expect something nefarious to happen. Looks like we're okay. So I'll take a look at the rest of what was in there. So one of the cool things is one of those can actually drop. Okay, so what happened there? That was the circle. Why was it the circle one? Like, why was that better than a regular drop? More stuff, sometimes better stuff. In this case, it was more. Usually from those drops, you'll get maybe 3 to 5 things in there, and there were over 10. So let's see what we got. Got some meat, another box. I'll set that up right now. A sign. It's completely... Oh, and we got a bed. I didn't even see the bed. I saw these. Fantastic. We don't need to go get the bed. That is good stuff. All right, so you'll probably put the bed right here. And then, let me see. Let me go ahead and put away... Oh, I've got 100. Let me just go... I didn't want to do that. It's all right. Oh, it was actually asking me what to do with the bed. Okay, so this, first of all, gave me a whole outfit. That's great. Phiomia saddle. I don't think there's Phiomia on this map. So I love that it gives you a saddle. Fantastic. What I would have loved is if it had given me some hide, but I don't think you, not sure if you get it from those drops. I think I got a few of these from the drop, but I didn't even look. Torches are handy. I'll probably set them out, but they're not really useful yet because they use up spark powder or wood, and I don't really have a lot of spark powder or wood to get rid of. I'd like to put that in there. This is very handy because I can now fill that up at the watering hole, which I will do. I still want to keep the bola out. Let's put this guy out here, and I will just cram them as close as... Oh, okay, can't get them that close. Okay, we'll start the tall storage boxes over here, and then we'll just get rid of these at that point. All right, outfits. So if I die somewhere really far away, hey, handy. I now have a whole bunch of outfits ready to go. These are handy. I will chuck these right outside and start cooking up some meat. You can actually put them inside if you want, but I usually put them over in the corner here, or just, somewhere a little far away. And put them as close together as you can. These run on wood, which you don't have a ton of on this map. I don't remember if you can run them with spark powder, but doesn't matter. We're just going to fill them with wood. We'll put some meat in there. I'm apparently encumbered. But that's all right. Everything weighs a bunch, and apparently the meat weighs some as well. Yeah, I guess that. I forget what the ratio is. Let's do half and light the fire. This will also make you hot, so you don't want to stand close to it. On the other hand, it also warms you up at night, so if you are freezing on this map or any other one, you can put those things next to you and warm yourself right up. It works really well. I'm also going to put the sleeping bags down because why not? So I think I'm just going to do, I think you can overlap these pretty well, like there. There, so I have like tons of options to respawn. That is great, so I won't have to be caught out without respawn. Let's get this stuff, and I'll probably throw this extra stuff in here just to clear out the inventory. And I'm going to make another one for another bola, and then I think we'll be good to go. Stones. One more bola. All right, and then we'll eat some of these guys because we've got a whole bunch of them. Actually, I'm cleaning out the whole stack, so I'm almost at 0 food. So I will just... Oh yeah, I did. It even ate the ones that were in my other part of the inventory. Okay, we're pretty much good to go here. Hard to see where the darn door is every now and then. Well, this is going to be our home. It does have a very nice view. There's water down there in the canyon. Some of the places that we spawned are actually right through this little gap in the canyon. Some of the other places we spawned are up through that gap closer to the center, sort of at the base of that mountain. The first spawn that we had was sort of on the other side of this pillar of rocks here. Most of the spawns where we've been coming over have been from back over there, so you can see the spikes. We very frequently spawned in the shadow of those spikes, then we come over the top and come in through this way. This is a pretty innocuous area here, especially because this is a fairly well defendable area. You can get things that wander up from that end, but not too often. All right then, so this is a pretty good place to end it up. Just going to clear out some stuff from my inventory. We'll go back and get some water next time. We're not doing too bad on water because you can also just hack the cactuses. I didn't know that early on. It was unclear to me when I was first playing this particular map where I would actually get water from. Once you realize all you need to do is just punch a cactus to get water, which is fantastic. That was great. I enjoyed that a whole lot. Well, we only hugged one animal. And I don't even remember what we died to early on. Oh, I think it was a terror bird. That's fine. It's good to give hugs every now and then like that. Otherwise, everybody else was really nice. The morellatops didn't bug us. And we were able to fetch our first supply drops. So that was great. So we're going to have to try over some more supply drops. and we will do a bit more exploring because there's lots of fun things out there. Need to get metal and all sorts of other goodies, and hopefully we can tame up either a parasaur or maybe a dodie just to get that started. Well, this has been fun, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take it easy.